Hello friends, so today in this video we're gonna start with the first problem from the latest Codeforces round 748 problem name elections. So let us go over the problem statement first. It states that the election is held between three candidates and it has closed. Now the candidate A received A votes, the second candidate received B votes, the third candidate received C votes. Cool. Now for each candidate solve the following problem. Okay, how many votes should be added to each candidate so that that candidate will win the election? Okay, so that's the whole problem. You have to solve it independently for each candidate, so that if in one scenario you have to add some more votes to a particular candidate so that that candidate will win. That's the whole problem. So what you can do here is just take one scenario. Let's say for the first scenario I have candidates uh, like this. So this is the A candidate, this is the B candidate, C candidate. Okay, now let us say that I want to make my A candidate win. So it means that it should be greater than this candidate total score and it should be greater than this candidate total score also. Cool. Now my main task is, like, my main goal can be increase this candidate vote, A candidate vote, such that it will become greater than this candidate. How many votes I have to add? So to win from this candidate, I have to be greater than this candidate plus one vote. So this candidate is 5, so I can be 6 votes. So if I want to reach 6 votes, my total score is 4. So 6 minus 2, as you can see, 4 scores are required. 4 more votes are required. Cool. So now my total vote has become 6. Okay, because I've added 4 votes to my A score. Cool. Now my vote is 6. Now similarly for C, like C has 4 votes, so my vote is 4, that is obviously greater than 4, so it is fine. My point is, don't count it individually for both the candidates up, like, differently. So it means that do not say that okay, for A and B the difference is, as you can see, 3, and for A and C the difference is, as you can see, it's 2, and then add them out. No, that's not correct, because if I just compare A and B, and if I've increased my score by 6, I'm already greater than C. I don't have to add more. I hope you get the point, because this is only talking about one scenario. In one scenario, I am greater than B and also I'm greater than C. Don't individually add them. They are related terms. Okay. Similarly, if you do the same thing, you find out that I want to somehow reach 6 and then I will win the total scenario. Cool. So to reach 6, my initial was 2. I want to reach 6. So I want to add 4 in my total score, and that's the answer for A. Now you have to do the same thing. Now you can either do this individually for every A, B and C, or you can write down this function in which what I have done. I have taken A, B and C, and just for A, because I want to make A my greater term, I want to compare it with A with B and A with C. Cool. Then what you can do here is switch the places. So in this whole function which I have written, I will make the first candidate, that it is A, to win. So I have to find out how many votes A should be added. Now swap the position for B and A. So now my second case can be BAC. And now it is the same function. Make the first candidate win. How many more scores are required? So do the same thing. Then I will make my C come to the first position. So it can be like A, C, A, B. Cool. So now I want to make my first candidate win. So instead of writing 3 different cases, just write a single function and then swap the positions of this, so that that function will just make the first candidate win. Number of votes required. And that's the whole logic for this problem. Let's move down to the code part now. So that's the whole code. All the code will be in the description of this video, so you can check the code out also. So as you can see, what I've done here is, let us zoom it out. So I've taken the input of A, B and C. Okay, then this is the OK function that will take A, B and C as the input. Then for the next case, swap A and B, because now I have placed B at the first position and swap this with A, and now call this function again with A, B and C, so that it will again return the same function, because the function is doing the same thing, making the first candidate in this scenario win. Now I have swapped A and B, so swap A and B again so that it will be normalized to the same state. Now I want to swap A and C so that C will come to the first place and do the same thing again. Cool. Now what this OK function is doing, so I have, this is original A. What is the original value of A? And then what you will do, you will compare it with B. So you will find out that how many more votes are required to come at least equal to B. So B plus 1 minus A. So I want to reach B plus 1 minus A will tell you how many votes I have to add. If it is less than, it means that maybe it is the case that B is already smaller than A. My B is 4 and I have 100. So I have already 100 votes. So y to add mode. So it is the maximum of 0 and the votes I want to add. That is what you can add to A. And in the next case, you have to do the same thing, but add to A only when the A is updated. Okay, so you have to do this with the updated A. Don't do it individually. A is updated, not some another variable. And then the number of votes I've added is equal to the original A, and this is the A I've reached. This is the new A. Okay, and the original A. That's I've stored original A, and that's the answer. So that's the whole logic for this problem. If you have any doubts, you can mention down. I will see you next one. Till then, keep coding and bye.